my goodness, all of time is going to pass while I am working on this road. I mean, so this is the Spore Skins we have not been to in quite some time, but we're going to be back because I'm finally connecting the only part of my world that is not currently connected. And wow, I have been at this for hours just trying to get land that is sort of tiered enough to run a road. You can see over there, like I've done this. So this is where I'm going to run a road right up here and then go to here. But this is not it. This is not where we end. No. We are going to go from here after we get all of these. I'm picking up all the flowers too. I'm trying to keep them all, and grass too. I'm actually shearing the grass so I can use it. Then also, we're going to turn the road and we're going to head over there to Steelport. So that way the actual world is completely connected the way all Minecraft worlds should be, right? Yeah, that's right. I'm judging. Yeah. Hey, by the way, welcome back. It's Survival with Fix time. And yeah, my goodness. Well, I'm going to get back to it, but well, several hours later, and we have this road completed. My goodness, dude, this was a super long project. I mean, whoa, and I did not take this veer over to Steelport. We're going to do that another time. Although I'm going to probably lay it out at least with path block first because I want to get to that pillager tower. That's just a good POI on the way. And then eventually we'll figure out how to get through maybe a tunnel or I don't know what. But whenever I do crop fields all over here, I definitely want to have a major thoroughfare through. However, this road is officially completed. Man, that was a lot. There's a couple, like a wall that I got to build here and a couple little cliffs here. Let me show you this cliff over here that I'm going to have to put in like right there. Unless I choose to sort of flatten this area, which I might not flatten, but like gradually shift it and make that into a field. But I don't know, cliffs are interesting. So we might just do a little mini cliff here and here, but this is done. Now the next giant thing I'm gonna have to figure out, well, I gotta get that road over Steelport, but the next giant thing I gotta figure out is where exactly I'm gonna put these fields. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot. I don't know. This is gonna be challenging with this new terrain gen that Minecraft does now. You know, it's not nearly as flat as it used to be. So yeah, you really got to do some serious landscaping just to do some even pretty basic fields. Plus, I got the snow area here. I don't really know exactly what to do with. It's not exactly a mountain. I don't know. What is this? Like, what is this little... I don't know what this is. Cow, you got to go. You know why I'm killing all these cows? Because I want the new cow variants. Ugh. Okay, so right through this area, there's going to be a tunnel, and that's going to go straight over. See this beacon? That's the Steelport beacon. So that's going to go right through there to Steelport. I stopped the road right here because we're going to do Blackstone. We'll turn it into Blackstone, and then it'll be perfect. We'll just sort of slowly feather in Blackstone, and then go Blackstone through the tunnel, and then right into Steelport. But check out this area. This is so, I mean, it's so cool. Look at it. It goes down there, geode, the whole way down to Deep Slate. You can see, you can't, right over there. There's some Deep Slate. But yeah, you got the Pillager Tower right here. I mean, this area is awesome. We're definitely gonna do something really cool with this. It's so close. And I mean, come on, like Frostmire Castle's right there. Still a lot of work to do in Frostmire Castle that's gonna be cool. But this whole view is just gonna be absolutely fantastic. I mean, when you look around and you look at just like the scope of this road. So now this road goes here. It goes the whole way over there to the Supporters Kingdom, which I again don't remember the name. Goes over here right to the gates of right there. Those dark oak gates are the gates of, what's it called? New Hope. You know, before I get into all the farming that we're going to start doing right over there, I do want to talk about these fields, because these fields, when you're walking down the path, they look great. But when you're flying over, man, they are puny. They're so little. And I mean, it took forever. Now look, these fields, honestly, they can't be much bigger because there is a giant drop off going down here. This, by the way, is the AFK spot for the ink farm, which I've got to do a build. Look at that. That's terrible. So I couldn't make these fields much bigger because of this big cliff, you know, but these fields over here have got to be a lot bigger. So I gathered up a lot of the seeds that I have in this entire world, and I'm going to start with just a pretty big wheat farm over here, and then each farm, I'll take some time, and it takes a lot of time, but I'll take some time and I'll smooth out the terrain and sort of make it, you know, like gradual. It's a boy getting real laggy. I'm playing on 32 chunks in vanilla Minecraft. That's going to do that. Anyway, let me get working here. I'm going to do at least this field, and then we'll go from there. Oh my. So I was just curious. I just wanted to see how many blocks I have just placed, because I have gone absolutely crazy with grass and dirt. And it looks like we're well over, what, 600,000 blocks. Now, that's not like just this project, but this was just massive. It was massive. I mean, yeah, by the way, I finished that wheat field. It looks nice. This entire land is fake land. Like, all of it is fake. If you just look underneath, I promise it's fake. Watch. There you go. You see, it's all fake. And there's a creeper right. Yeah, okay. All right. I'll take your gunpowder, sir. Yeah, so this whole area, this is where I've been getting all of my... Okay, so I built a creeper farm, I guess. This is where I've been getting all of my gunpowder. I need to get out of here before I get blown up. Oh, okay. I missed. Not great. Okay, there we go. We did it. All right. Anyway, yeah, man, that is... I mean, just brutal. And the only reason why I did that is because I want to add another road. Like, you know, you can't have field, because there's no way then to get to the backfield. So... if you look over here, this actually is going to be able to connect. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a second, like a split off road that's going to go along the edge of the mountain, like right over here. And that's going to go all the way over here and going to like connect. That way I can have access to fields on both sides. But wow, what I've been doing this for hours and hours. And I still have to plant. So now I'm finally like done with at least this little bit, but now I got to do, the road. So I'm going to take my shovel over for the like 1,000th repair job after, you know, now that I just did the 1,000th repair job, and I'm going to just lay out where this road's going to go, and going to have to connect it the whole freaking way over there. All right, let's do another road. I'm checking out the Minecraft soundtrack. Man, I you know, since I always add music in post, I never listen to the actual Minecraft songs. They are just beautiful. What a great soundtrack. I wish that I played with it on more. I might try, but then I always have to remember to turn it off before I record clips and all that kind of stuff and blah, 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 blah. However, I'm back here in Steelport because I now have 2 fields done, and I want to get to a 3rd field. But before I do that, I want to actually build a tiny little farm here, and I'm going to try to come up with it all by myself. I think I can figure it out with my knowledge of the game, I hope. I'm just doing a really simple little bush farm. It seems so simple. I think I can figure it out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Every time I get down here, I gotta remember to feed my cows first. Gotta feed these guys. I want to eat meat, steak, and man, I go through it pretty fast because, you know, I don't come down here all that much. Now, which building do I want to put in? Do I want to go... this is supposed to be the mangrove farm, but it doesn't really work that great. I think it's a little bit too narrow, actually, so... you know, there is a solution. If I open the mangrove farm portion up, because this is connected to another half of a red building. So right here, I could actually open this wall, I think, right? Yeah, I could. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this wall and expand. I just think it takes a lot of bone meal to grow a mangrove tree because it is trying to fit. And so it turns down the bone meal some of the time. I think. I don't. I'm talking like as if I know how Minecraft mechanics work, and I do not. But that's my suspicion anyway. I'm supposing that the mangrove tree needs a little bit more room to grow. Now, this is the cow farm over here, and I had asked before if you guys had any ideas for this building. And I guess I might as well just do a bush farm right in here. I don't think this machine is going to need more room than this to grow. So all I'm thinking about doing, I think this will work, is basically just 2 pieces of grass, right? Okay. And then I guess I would need a sticky piston, right? Okay. And so then we'll just do one of these, and then we'll just put a sticky piston like right here. Okay. Yeah, should work. And then I'll have to put a dispenser. Where would I put a dispenser? Like right here, I think, right? And then I think I could just put an observer facing up and then facing that. No, that's not it. Has to be here, right here, facing down, right? And then I could just put, let's see. Oh, no, wait. That doesn't work. I need actual bone meal. Okay, so let's grab like half, just a little bit. Throw some bone meal in there. Plant. I brought 2 bushes just in case something goes wrong. Right? Oh, no. That's not going to work. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. Maybe I need the dispenser here. I think I need the dispenser to look at this block right here, right? So we'll have it look at this. And then... Right? Okay, I'm going to figure this out. Look! I've done it! Somehow! I don't know how I've done it, but I did it! I mean, there's got to be better ways, but look at that! It's an automatic bush machine. Now, all I need to do to make this better is to sort of box in this thing, so that way all the grass bushes are all pushed out to me. But it works, and then it just stopped whenever I ran out of bone meal. So let's see, I'm gonna throw in 27 bone meal, and then you know what? I think I don't know how to make it. Here, maybe I could I start with a lever flick? Okay, no, I don't know why that one didn't work. Okay, let's grab a little bit of bone meal. Maybe you gotta start with 1 piece of bone meal. Let's try this. Yeah. Okay, so you gotta start with 1 piece of bone meal. So you know, I could do that with maybe another dispenser, but yeah, it works. Oh wait, that didn't feel like 27. Is it? Was that 27? Hold on. How many bushes do I have? Well, maybe it was. I don't know. I wasn't really counting, but okay. Hey, we did it. We did it. We did redstone, kind of. I mean, not the best design ever, but it works. I don't want to admit this. I really don't. I want to keep this secret, but I don't do secrets. As if you know my channel, I tell you everything. I'm an open book. I told you about all the horrible things that happened in life and all that stuff. So I'm going to tell you this. My farm didn't work. It was terrible. So I just looked up YouTube and I found a Raise Works farm that's infinitely better. I'm out of bone meal right now, but yeah, this is so much. So this is the firefly bush, and it's like perfect. Of course, so much better than my version. I'm so embarrassed. And then, so I put fireflies on the outside so you can see that. And then this is the regular bush farm. Again, just it's totally stolen from Raise Works because its farms are so much better than anything my stupid brain could come up with. And this is just, it's like, it's instant. It's so fast. So anyway, so fine. Well, hey, you know what? I'm proud because I did a farm that actually technically worked, though it was crappy. And now I have a farm that's great. So now look, so we have reasons for these buildings. Do we have reasons for all the floors? No, we don't, but that's okay. I don't care. I only care about the bottom floor. So when you walk in here, you're gonna be like, oh, cool. There's something in there. There's something in there. Vine farm in here, which by the way, my vines have been really growing. Like just from walking around, I have vines now on every floor. So if I want vines, I'll have like several stacks of vines easily in one harvest. That's pretty sweet. Cow farm and butcher and market are all good. And this mangrove farm is something that I still need to sort of work out because it's, you know, obviously not great, but we'll work on that in a little bit. I want to get back to farming. I've been planting and I'm in the brand new snapshot now that just came out, which is what is it, 125.6 I think, 25 W06A, yeah. And one of the changes, along with the new chickens and the new dry bush, which I'm very excited about, but one of the big changes that I'm really excited about is that now crops grow in spawn chunks all the time. I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it is. So I've been thinking about what to do here in the city because I want to continue planting, but I am essentially out of seeds. And now the only way I can get more seeds, and not just seeds, but beetroot and carrots and potatoes and everything, is just sort of like AFK while they grow. And like, I don't want to do that. That stinks. So I've been thinking about this little area right over here. And this area right here is exactly how wide I need it to be. Because if I wanted to do a stack farm that was like fairly tall, like maybe from here up to there, I could get crops in. This is the dead middle of that building is the center of spawn. That's world spawn right there. So that means I'm clearly in the spawn chunks right now. The wheat farm that I have that's just right over here is just barely out. It's like barely out. If you look at the third line here, let me, I think I can do this with my mouse. Right here, chunk 10. It has to be within chunk 8. I believe. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so this wheat farm that I have right here, my flour mill, will not work. Unfortunately, it's just barely out. And I want this stuff to grow all the time, no matter where I am. So I always have lots of crops to harvest. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking a little break from all the farming and building up as a very simple skyscraper right here where I can just put a whole bunch of layers of farms, and then anytime I want something, I can just come here and I'm gonna have tons of carrots, tons of potatoes, all that kind of stuff, wheat, beetroot, just like all the crops. I think that'd just be a really cool and also a nice space filler for this fairly narrow area that I have here. So I was AFK over at my frog life farm for a while, and I came back to my little spawn chunks farm, and look at what happened. These guys were loaded, and very clearly these guys were not. So we got issues here. I got to figure out, I'm gonna have to move my farm deeper back in there, and then I guess we'll just have maybe storage or something over here. But yeah, this building's about to get a lot bigger, which means I need to do more digging. Luckily my beacon's still there, so that's good. But yeah, well, I'm glad I figured it out now and not later. That stinks. Well, are you ready? Are you ready to see a big change? And boom! A whole new big building. It's not done, obviously. There's still some more, I don't know, detail. I just started to sort of just put some patches of some concrete powder and mud, actually. Mud looks pretty good there. But yeah, look at how many layers of a farm I have. I just started this room because this is like the main entry room. And so it just turns out that netherwort is here. So let's just go up so I can show you. So we got netherwort on the, and yeah, every ceiling is a different wood type, which I just thought was kind of cool. I think there's even more wood types that I didn't do, or close to it anyway. But yeah, then we got a second carrot. This is the second layer carrot, second potatoes, a second or even maybe third wheat. I actually have a berry thing. I should harvest these actually now because I only could find like 2. I flew over to a taiga. I couldn't find these anywhere. I don't think I have a berry farm in this world. It's super weird and surprising, but I don't think I do. So I actually I had to fly all the way to a taiga and just look for one. So I only have maybe like 3 or 4 berries, something like that. So I started with that. But luckily, since this farm is in the spawn chunks, which is freaking awesome. What an awesome change, Mojang. Like, I love that. I love crops grow in the spawn chunks now. So now all these farms are going to be essentially, for all intents and purposes, these farms are all going to be running just all the time. Like, they'll probably all be full basically every second that I'm in this world. These crops are going to be growing. So anytime I want to grow something or go plant a big field, I'm going to have a whole bunch of crops that I can just harvest and are fully grown. And then by the time I go harvest them and then come back, they should be fully grown again, actually, honestly. So yeah, what an awesome change. But over the berries, I have one more floor, which actually I have yet to plant. I'm going to make that a beetroot floor because I want a second beetroot floor. So there's my first beetroot floor. Then I have this one for just these guys, so you can just harvest those anytime. Then I have down here, I have my lower wheat and potatoes and then carrots down here on the base floor. So then what I'm doing is I'm adding these chests. So these chests should be always just constantly full of crops because by the time I harvest them and I harvest all these are basically grown again. This is an unbelievably efficient farm. Oh man. Okay. Well, let's just say my farming itch has been scratched. Check out all this. All of this land is new. Not just new farmland and crops and stuff, but actually the land. It's like a fake land because the actual old land was something like 12 blocks down. It's just a little too deep. So yeah, all this is new. What do you think? Man, this is a lot of planting, dude. This is a lot of planting. And what I just did is I just got a bunch of firefly bushes because actually I'm going to do a firefly hill right here because I have this little snow-capped hill and I didn't know what to do with it. I wasn't sure what I'm just going to do. I'm just going to plant these sort of just like all over, just sort of like this, and then just make the whole hill sort of just come to life. I think it'll look really cool and also be a good filler because this hill is not that gradual. I actually tried to make it more gradual and I couldn't because the crops went up against it. And for Pete's sake, after planting all these, I'm not going to break any of them. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up this episode here with just an absolutely massive farming experience. Certainly the most farming I've ever done in a single episode for sure, by a lot. And then what we'll do is we'll come back the next episode, probably go back to Steelport because I do want to continue working on the industrial city. But eventually I do want to get over here. I want to work on continuing to transform this place here as we're getting close to 7,000 days. We're getting there. But speaking of that, I mentioned probably in the title of this video, lore is back, and I'm going to try a new way of doing lore, and I'm going to try that right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody. It's been a while. I haven't kept these logs updated, unfortunately, so let's catch up. It's nearly day 7,000 since I've appeared on this planet. We call it Fixtopia. In those days, I worked hard, made a home for myself and my two boys. However, my time is of the essence, as they say. We know that Cal, the AI going through the world, destroying planet after planet, will be here to my home in just over 3,000 days. I've taken this civilization from the Stone Age through our Industrial Revolution. The longer we've been here, the more we continue to evolve. However, our growing presence has an impact. With the new farms we've added outside of New Hope, I believe our people should continue to eat, while the brightest and best of us further our science in hopes of defeating Cal. This isn't just our chance to defeat him, but the universe's last best chance. Thanks to our friend Edward, Fred, and James for being teleported far into the future, we know the exact day Cal will attack this world, and we have to be ready for him. Food expansion was our first and most pressing goal, but we aren't going to be able to do anything without power, and that needs to be the next thing I teach these folks.